Hello, everybody. Welcome to Trek on Tuesday. This is a really cool show. Hopefully, you've seen the news sweeping the scouting community. There is a new musical coming out. It's all about scouting. It's called Do a Good Turn and Take a Bow. Nice little play on words there. We're going to find out all about how the show came to fruition, the story behind it, and all that. We're joined by Aaron. You know the guy. Aaron, what are your thoughts on all this before we toss it over to our guest?
Yeah, this is a really, really exciting announcement. And today, April 1st, is really the best day to announce this. Like you said, Gina, it's a scouting musical, and we are so lucky to be joined by Sofia Pollard. She is the chair of Scouting America's Performing Arts Committee. I didn't even know we had one of those, Gina, but hey, here Sofia is right here. Sofia, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful today. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
It is really exciting to meet you. It seems like you've gotten to work with some of the coolest people in musical theater. The blog post all about this show is up on Aaron on Scouting right now, but you're going to want to stay tuned with us right here, right now, because we're going to get an exclusive look at some of the songs. There's some lyric music videos. I know workshops have been underway, so we actually have some cast recordings to share, but we'll get to all that and more. I think really the big question is, how did this happen, Sofia?
Well, I mean, everything about scouting is inspiring enough to make a musical about, but campfire sing-alongs were our gateway into musical theater. And from there, it just really made sense to elevate that experience and share that with theater goers everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of singing in scouting, right, Aaron?
Yeah, there is. It is a long time tradition to sing songs around the campfire. So it totally makes sense to create musical theater around those songs. We're talking about Do a Good Turn and Take a Bow, the name of Scouting's official musical. It's going to premiere at the Jamboree in 2026, I believe, Gina, and then move to the Sphere in Las Vegas. That is so exciting. It's being announced here on April 1st. I'm not sure what, this is weird. I don't know why Rob commented that. Weird, Rob, but that's fine. I mean, whatever.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. But this is serious. If you look at that playbill, you can see we haven't gotten to see the show, obviously, but we've seen little synopsis. And it's funny. Of course, it's funny. This is scouting. It's a lighthearted musical. I have heard it compared to Les Mis, but I don't think that means it's quite as sad. But you can see that little raccoon in there. I see a lot of things being mentioned about this raccoon, in fact. Aaron, have you had the chance to read through the synopsis and all?
Yes, I absolutely have. It's fascinating, and that's why we brought Sofia on to talk about that. Maybe since Gina brought it up, Sofia, let's talk about the raccoon. It's an interesting decision. So what it is, for everybody knows, in Act 2 of the play, the raccoon performs a 7-minute tap solo.
Yes.
Weird. But I'm just curious, Sofia, was that always in the script? Was that a collaborative decision? How did that come about? I mean, it's not every day that you see a 7-minute tap solo by a raccoon, Sofia.
No, it's not. And if you can believe it, the raccoon was originally just a background character. But during rehearsals, we noticed that whenever the pit orchestra started playing, he would instinctively start shuffling and clicking his tiny little paws. And at that moment, we knew we had something truly special. And that 7-minute tap solo was a completely organic evolution. Plus, it was an excellent way for him to truly express that inner turmoil that he experienced after the scene where he stole an entire patrol's supply of trail mix.
Yeah, I think, we often examine the scout's perspective, but I like the way this has us looking at where the raccoon is coming from. Aaron, why are you laughing?
I don't know. I don't know why that strikes me as funny. It's a very serious topic. I shouldn't be laughing. But yeah, it's just brilliant to sort of switch the perspective around, because we always tell the story, like you said, the scouts trying to defend their campsite from the invading raccoon. This time we switched it around, though. A 7-minute tap solo. Gina,
okay, let's be honest. This musical is for people like me. Aaron, you're kind of, maybe you're more into the camping. I'm more into the musicals.
Yeah.
So fair, I have one complaint with this, Sofia, if I can lodge it with you. We have to wait so long for it to come out. It's not coming out this summer. It's coming out next summer at Jamboree. Is that right? And if so, why Jamboree?
That is correct. Well, Jamboree is where the magic happens. It's the ultimate gathering of scouts from across the country, and there's just no better place to debut a musical that celebrates the spirit of scouting. Plus, if there's any audience that will fully appreciate an 11-part harmony of the Scout Law, it's going to be the thousands of scouts at the summit belting it out under the stars.
What a gift for the summit. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yet another reason to attend Jamboree in 2026. I think your registration for that is open right now, if I'm not mistaken. The show
if this doesn't get you there, what would?
Exactly. The show is called Do a Good Turn and Take a Bow. We're announcing it here. We announced it on Aaron on Scouting blog earlier this morning. We're announcing it here and interviewing Sofia, who's given us all kind of insights. She just described a 7-minute tap solo performed by a raccoon. I have another question. Amy, over the years, I've interviewed a lot of scouts about their experiences on campouts, and the weather is often a factor, right? Thunderstorms are a thing that happens on scout trips, and that's represented in this musical. I wonder if you could tell us about the decision to stage this thunderstorm theme. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny, Gina. Thunderstorm scene entirely with interpretive dance and kazoos. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. You don't want to miss that. We just had to ask ourselves, how can we capture the raw, unfiltered chaos of a campsite being hit by an unexpected downpour? And traditional special effects felt just like way too obvious. So instead, we turned to interpretive dance, because nothing conveys the panic of a missing rainfly quite like a scout pirouetting in a poncho. And the kazoos, well, if you've ever heard 20 scouts hum the Indiana Jones theme song through a kazoo, you'd understand.
Brilliant. It's just brilliant.
Yes. And I mean, if you've been at the summit at Jamboree, you probably have been caught in an unexpected rainstorm. And I think I've heard of just about every song hummed at the summit. Sophia, I know that's not why you're here today, so we definitely don't have to get into it, but I'm so curious your background in scouting. Thanks for what you're doing. Again, Sofia Pollard, this is her first time on the show. She is the chair of the Performing Arts Committee in Scouting. We've got a committee for everything, in case you didn't know, but yes, Performing Arts is part of that. We're talking Do a Good Turn and Take a Bow, the new scouting musical that is debuting at Jamboree, but then it's going, you can see a little mock-up of what we expect to look like. That is when this takes a residency at the Sphere. The Sphere is really in the zeitgeist right now. Everybody's there. Let's think. I've heard Beyonce, right? Who else is going to be at the Sphere? I mean,
all the big names.
All the big names.
Every
big name you can imagine is rumored to be there. We will be. And it's immersive. I saw a little in the Aaron on Scouting story, you can see I got the chance to talk to some of the creators, and there's going to be like elements of being at all the different high adventure bases. This story really is about a trek with scouts. Sophia, what can we expect at the Sphere beyond that?
Everything that you love about scouting, except bigger, louder, and with 360-degree visuals that will make you feel like you're actually canoeing at the northern tier. The Sphere will allow us to immerse audiences in the scouting experience like never before. It's going to be amazing.
I cannot wait. The only bad news is we have to wait a whole nother year or so for that, I think, right? But we'll be able to see it at the Jamboree next summer, not this summer, but next summer. It'll be at the Sphere after that. What's great about having Sofia here is that she can give us some real insight behind the artistic decisions that were made behind. We talked about the tap solo from the raccoon. We talked about the thunderstorm scene that was presented entirely through interpretive dance and kazoo solos. I'm obsessed with this kind of stuff, these artistic decisions, Amy, as you could probably tell. So I have one more to ask you about. There's a scene of ballet focused on knot tying. Knot tying, one of the oldest traditions in all of scouting, right? Scouts have been learning to tie knots for literally hundreds of years. Critics are calling this ballet, the knot tying ballet, more emotionally moving than Swan Lake. We all know, of course, what Swan Lake is. So I just wonder, Amy, did you expect that level of rope-based impact from the knot tying ballet?
Well, Aaron, we knew it would be powerful, but we didn't realize that we'd be redefining dance itself as an art form. There's something deeply profound about a team of scouts executing a perfectly synchronized double bowline leap while the orchestra swells in the background. And the moment where the protagonist ties a friendship knot to symbolize his personal growth, there won't be a dry eye in the house.
I cannot wait to see this. Aaron, the funniest thing about it is the way you don't seem to know anything about musicals and ballet.
That's true. Yes, I don't.
You're maybe wondering, hey, how are we getting music? How are we getting reviews? This show's actually being workshopped. I think there's a young Eagle Scout director and creator behind it. So there have been casts.
Explaining that. I wasn't sure how that works. So thank you, Gina.
Yes. And then Aaron, I had a question for you. How many musicals have you seen?
In my life?
Yeah.
I've seen a few musicals in my life.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet I've seen 12 in my life.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Now, not like, of course, not. I've only seen maybe a couple on Broadway. Most of them local to my community. So not big time like this. I certainly haven't seen one at the Sphere or at a Jamboree.
Right. Well, I think it's safe. Many of us have seen many musicals. Some of us have seen a few. Some of us have seen none. But I think it's safe to say we've never seen a show like this. Yes?
Do musical movies count? I saw Wicked, the movie, not the musical. I saw the movie.
I wonder if we can make this a super success.
Will it be made into a movie? What a great question.
Yeah. We'll know it's successful if it's two-part. Okay. This is the coolest part. Some of our viewers may have already gotten to preview some of these things, but we're getting to the good stuff. And before we do, Sophia, do you have a favorite song from the show?
I couldn't choose, but I do love the title number, though. I actually have the workshop recordings if you'd like to hear them.
Yes, because the title number is my favorite for sure.
Yes. Just to remind everybody, this show, we announced it on the blog this morning. Gina did a great write-up of it. Gina's really our musical theater expert, as you can tell. I don't know anything about it. So that's why she was chosen to write this story. A great job of reporting, really digging into the nitty-gritty details.
I got to talk to some of those incredible people, Aaron. So thank you for allowing me the chance to write this story. This was very, very fun.
And we also, in that post, embedded some samples of the songs. And I think maybe we're gonna hear them now. Is that right, Gina?
That's exactly right. I think to Sophia's point, we haven't seen these lyric videos yet. I know we had a sneak preview that just posted if you're a regular follower, but I think we're going to listen to at least one together. What do you think?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
And as we do, this is a great reminder. If there is somebody you think today really needs to hear about this story today, this would be a great chance to tag them in the comments. Yeah, today on April 1st. Shoot them a text of today's video, of the blog post. This is a great way to get the news you need to share today to the people you need to share it with. So without further ado, shall we listen to the first song?
I cannot wait to hear it behind the scenes. Brian, hit it.
We trained for this moment, we planned for this trek. We packed every checklist and still we're a wreck. But we're scouts, so we thrive, even when things go south. And by south we mean we lost all the trail mix in a raccoon's mouth. Step on the trail, feel the call of the wild. We're fearless, we're ready, we're slightly beguiled. The map says turn left, but the compass says, huh? We'll fake it, we'll make it, or call 911.
Wait, who has the map?
Not me, I thought you did. Oh no, we're winging it, aren't we?
Versailles, again?
Do a good turn, do a dance and take that bow. We may be lost, but we're committed now. Our boots are soaked, we're out of garb, but we'll survive, cause we're built for sport. I pitched my tent in a nice little glade. Turns out it's a swamp where mosquitoes invade. My socks are so damp, they're evolving life forms. I've invented new species all covered in spores. Did my socks just move on their own? Thunder's crashing, wind is howling. Our food bags gone, those raccoons were prowling. We came for adventure, we got no more wheels on the bus. Too late! The wheels on the bus go round and round. Do a good turn, do a dance and take that bow. We smell like socks, but we're stronger now. We'll face the storm, the sweat, the pain, and probably lose our packs again. So hike those boots and take a stance. You might just lead if you get the chance. It's mud, it's fun, it's pure scout. Wow, do a good turn, do a dance, and take that
Man, the
It's
high
not done.
notes,
It's not done.
the high notes, incredible. You can see how
So
moving
hike
Sophia
those
was by it.
boots and take a stance.
I just thought it
You
was
might just lead if you get the chance. It's mud, it's fun, it's pure scout. Wow, do a good turn, do a dance, and take that.
Now, Aaron, your comment is definitely appropriate.
Well, first of all, it's moving to hear the song, but it's even more moving to hear Sophia's reaction to the song. You can tell it means a lot to her. I know she played a major role in the creative direction of this show. Sophia, job well done. Just a remarkable piece of work by you and your team. I know you didn't do it alone, like all Scout volunteers. You have a committee, you have a staff. Great work by you, though.
So many committees. Yes.
Well, we really appreciate the committee. That you are all volunteers. We can tell you have a wealth of experience in the artistic community. You don't get glasses like that without that kind of experience. I don't think.
Yes.
And also to your point, Aaron, I just want to read a quote, if I can, before we play ourselves off with the last couple songs.
Yeah.
So we have a quote from Eagle Scout, 20-year-old Eagle Scout, April Lofo, who is actually the writer-director of the show. She said, we went through a lot of iterations of the book for the show. The first few drafts weren't right. They weren't hitting on something key to the scouting movement. It turns out what they weren't hitting was an F sharp, but we are now. So I think that rang true for you. You heard that, you heard that in the song. So I think what a beautiful, effort this is.
Didn't realize that was an F sharp, but it was gorgeous, whatever it was. And shout out to April, 20 years old. I mean, what a bright talent that is, right?
Seriously. And it's cool to think too, there are female Eagle Scouts out there who are 20 years old now, and working on things like this. So very, very cool. Thank you all for sharing your comments. There's a lot of excitement out there. Again, a reminder to tag folks in the comments who need to see this, hear this. We have some technical limitations, but I think we're going to play the songs while we can here. Any closing thoughts, Aaron, Sophia?
Well, I would personally just like to thank Sophia for taking time today to join us. I know you've been working so hard on this for some time. So thank you, Sophia. We appreciate having you on. Yes, for sure. Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. You're both such a delight.
Well, I know we need to let Sophia go. Thank you so much, Sophia. I hope we get to have you back on maybe to talk about your artistic background and how this is going to play into the theater merit badge.
Yeah. And let me just say this. Is it too early to talk about a sequel? I'm just saying something to think about for the future.
I mean, I'm already thinking about it.
Nice.
Very good. Well, thank you, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We have 2 more songs to roll into here. We'll see you next week for Truck on Tuesday. We'll see you this Friday for Cup Chat Live. But don't go anywhere. We've got 2 more songs to play.
Thanks, everybody.
Memory on the trail in the moonlight, found the perfect secluded little spot in the ground. Dig it deep, dig it well, Yes, it's called a cat home. Makes you free, light, and happy as you hike all around. Leave no trace, but make a memory. Hack it out, leave the wilderness clean. Nature's grand, but don't let others see how you handled last night's chili beans. Morning light and the campsite looks flawless. Not a rapper, no footprints, and no unburied sins. That's the way that adventure should leave it. Not a mess, just the echoes of where laughter has been. Leave no trace, but make a memory. Dig a hole at least 6 inches deep. When you go, never forget to hide what you left in the woods. Leave no trace, but make a memory. Dig a hole at least 6 inches deep. When you go, never forget to hide what you left in the woods.
We trained for this moment, we planned for this trek. We
Woke up this morning, put my pack on tight. Blistered feet screaming, oh what a fright. The sun is laughing, it's burning my nose, but we're dancing through Philmont and that's how it goes. Dancing through Philmont like there's no retreat. Every step's a gamble on these swollen feet. Blisters are popping like a bad parade, but we're scouts, we're tough, we always got it made. Oh, the hill ain't a mountain till you're halfway done. Campsites look closer when you're on the run. Drinking from Nalgene's that tastes like despair. Bet I left my sleeping bag back over there. The ranger said it's just 5 miles ahead, but his grin was evil, my hope's long dead. The trail is climbing like my regret. Can't feel my legs, but I ain't giving up yet. Dancing through Philmont, feel the rocky beat. Mosquito serenade on repeat, repeat. Smells like adventure, or maybe B.O. Scout's honor, I swear this'll never get old. If cheese and tortillas are a gourmet feast, then my taste buds are tired, they've called it a cease. My socks are alive, they stand up alone. At this point, I swear they could dance on their own.
We trained for this moment, we planned for this trek. We packed every checklist and still we're a wreck. But we're scouts, so we thrive, even when things go south. And by south we mean we lost all the trail mix in a raccoon's mouth. Step on the trail, feel the call of the wild. We're fearless, we're ready, we're slightly beguiled. The map says turn left, but the compass says huh? We'll fake it, we'll make it, or call 911.
Wait, who has the map?
Not me, I thought you did. Oh no, we're winging on, aren't we?
Versailles, again?
Do a good turn, do a dance and take that bow. We may be lost, but we're committed now. Our boots are soaked, we're out of garb, but we'll survive, cause we're built for sport. I pitched my tent in a nice little glade. Turns out it's a swamp where mosquitoes invade. My socks are so damp, they're evolving life forms. I've invented new species all covered in spores. Did my socks just move on their own? Thunder's crashing, wind is howling. Our food bags gone, those raccoons were prowling. We came for adventure, we got a monsoon, and one scout's been humming the same song since noon. Seriously, please, no more wheels on the bus. Too late! The wheels on the bus go round and round. Do a good turn, do a dance and take that bow. We smell like socks, but we're stronger now. We'll face the storm, the sweat, the pain, and probably lose our packs again. So hike those boots and take a stance. You might just lead if you get the chance. It's mud, it's fun, it's pure scout wow. Do a good turn, do a dance, and take that So hike those boots and take a stance. You might just lead if you get the chance. It's mud, it's fun, it's pure scout wow. Do a good turn, do a dance, and take